So this video has been circulating all over social media, and this video is solely for the purpose of insurance education, because I received a couple of questions on Instagram as to what type of coverage could protect your company from situations such as this. To answer that, there are two main ones. First one being employers' practices liability. Remember, that type of coverage is made to protect your company from employee accusations such as sexual harassment, wrongful termination, toxic environment. So, in this instance, if the HR manager were to sue, potentially there would be coverage. And I say potentially because obviously I don't have a copy of their EPL policy, so I cannot say yes or no there is coverage. But in most cases, there is coverage for those type of accusations. Now, in this instance, we're talking about two employees, so they would both fall under that coverage. Second, it is directors and officers. Remember, directors and officers is a separate coverage to protect the owners of the company, partners, or in this instance, private equity. I did a quick Google search on them, and it looks like they have venture capital here. So you want to make sure that if there is a board of members, private investors, that they are listed on both policies and they have coverage. I say that because not all EPL policies are written that way, and most of the time they exclude that. So you want to double check and make sure that that is in there. Now, in this case, obviously it's a little more severe because we're talking about the CEO and the top HR director. So, unfortunately, in this case, the company's reputation is included in there. So, in some type of policies for directors and officers, there may be coverage for mismanagement. And that's a whole separate video on that, but that's just one point that I wanted to cover. But in short, employers' practices liability would be the type of coverage that would protect you from situations as this. Obviously, we don't want to have a love story or an affair or any of that stuff within the company, because that's company policy. So it is very important that when someone reports something, you have record of it, you take the appropriate steps to show that people were trained on sexual harassment. Sorry, I have to put my hands on this because a lot of people don't get that training. And, if you were to get sued and the attorney asks, where's your sexual harassment training? You can't provide it. Yeah. And if you don't have any record of it. And remember, whatever you send through text, that will be used in court. So be careful.